Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Lady Rose. I'm here doing your 24-hour daily reading. I am reading for all zodiac signs, starting with fire, air, water, and earth. Okay. And we're going to see what this 24-hour daily guidance has to say for you. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. Check your moon, rising, or Venus if it does not resonate for you. All right, so we're starting out with fire. I'm going to start out with Aries. Aries, you have the card of vision. So there's some type of vision that you guys may have. Maybe you're envisioning something that's coming up for you, but you do have the moon in the background, which is going to enlighten you and give you that vision, okay, to see things more clearly, whatever it is that needs to be seen that maybe you felt as though was hidden before behind the clouds is now all coming in plain view for you. So whatever that is, it can be anything. It can be anything. You should be receiving that vision soon. Or it could also mean that you just have a vision of something that you want to do in your life and you want to make it happen. You know, you have this big picture in front of you. Leo, you have the card of letting go. Letting go of something and it's transforming into something beautiful. Maybe it's time to let go of a situation. Maybe it's time to let go of someone. So your life can now change and transform into something different, okay? Whatever it is that you're letting go of is going to transform for you, okay? Sagittarius, I see a denial here. So someone's reaching for the grapevine here, the grapes on the grapevine. It's like they're in denial that they, to me it looks like they think they can reach these grapes and or they're going to reach these grapes in their mind, but they're in denial for some reason. I feel like there's something that you are thinking of that you want to be true. So you're in denial, but you're in denial about it, or vice versa, something that's not true that you're in denial about. Okay, something, you're in denial about something, whatever that may be. And again, this can start in the 24-hour period, or it can start in the 24-hour period, or it can finish in the 24-hour period, whatever it may be. So it doesn't necessarily mean everything's going to happen in 24 hours. Keep that in mind. Keep in mind also, they're telling me the number 14. So maybe something is happening on the 14th, or 4 and 1 being 5. It could be in 5 days. It could happen on the 5th. But I feel like the number 14 is very important there. All right? So I don't know. I was just told to tell you guys that. That I feel is for a specific certain number of people, not many. We have air and we have Gemini. Gemini is talking about the word forbidden, okay? These doors are closed. They are heavily guarded here. And it seems like you can't go through these doors at this time. Again, paying attention to the number 18, 8 and 1 being 9. But what is it that you want to see behind these doors that are not open for you? Something is closed, something is forbidden. Doesn't mean it's not going to open, it just means it's not at this time for you. Libra, you have the card of success. So congratulations, you have come to a completion perhaps with something. Whatever it is, congratulations is in order. You have completed a project, you have completed a task, you have completed a situation that no longer serves you, you have completed, gotten a diploma, you have completed an online course, you've completed something wonderful that is successful for you. So congratulations to you. Aquarius is next. Aquarius, you have understanding. So you are understanding finally something has come to light, and it's finally time that this understanding has come into play for you. I feel as though it's been something that has been weighing on your mind, perhaps. All right, but now there's a true meaning and a true understanding here, and you finally see the light. The light is shining upon you, has shown you that it is time. It is time. And there's my birds in the background giving confirmation of that. I can hear the crows. It is time that you have this understanding of whatever it is that you've been searching for. Water signs, Cancer. Self-worth. Knowing what your true self-worth is, realizing your true self-worth, protecting your heart, okay? Keeping true to yourself. Your self-worth is very important, and maybe now it's time that you are realizing that. Again, paying attention to the number 32, 3 and 2, meaning 5. I feel like things are going to happen around, it could be, within the next 24 hours, like I said, the 5th. All right, Scorpio, you have the card of Oath. So Oath is telling me, Oath is a promise. All right, it's a promise that you've made to yourself. It's a promise that you've made to God. It's a promise that you've made to the divine. It's a promise that you've made to a significant other. It's a promise that you've made to your family, your friends, your whatever it is. I feel as though the promise is wanting to be kept, but I'm not sure if it's going to be kept. Okay, and that's something only you can decide for yourself. But there was a promise made. I feel as though it was more of a promise between you and your higher power, whoever that is for you. That's what I'm feeling here. Just by the way this man is looking up into the heavens, I feel as though it's a promise that has been made to you and the higher power, or your higher power. All right, so keeping that promise or trying to keep that promise is what I see happening here. Or making a promise, maybe you haven't made it yet. Pisces. So you have the card of Rigid. I always look at this card, and this card always means the same thing for me. Mostly in, I just lost that. Mostly in every situation, this card means the same for me, okay? When I'm doing a reading, I always see the same thing. I really don't see anything different. I know that when I read, sometimes if I'm looking at a picture of a card, it means something different for someone, depending on who I'm doing the reading for. But this particular card always means the same thing for me. And it's just what I see. I see illumination in the background. I see a rock or stone wall with, this keeps falling on me, with areas of light here peeking through. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's not a rock. That's areas of space through the rock wall with the light that's coming through. So, and it's telling me Rigid with the crow on top, or raven. I'm not sure what that is. Telling me here that, yes, there is a bird here trying to knock down this wall. This may be you trying to get this wall knocked down so you can finally have all these troubles gone away. You finally want this wall knocked down. You don't want this wall up anymore. Maybe you're hiding behind this wall. Maybe you've put a wall up when it comes to love. Maybe you have a wall that's been put up for many years, for a long time. It's time to slowly start knocking it down, which I do see this bird doing that. I see this bird pecking at it. Eventually one stone is going to drop and they're all going to stop falling, and the light will finally be there for you. The light is trying to shine through. Please keep that in mind. There is positivity here in the background, okay? So I want you guys to know that. Earth signs, the first card I get is Taurus. Taurus, you have a risk card here. This woman is at the end of the cliff here. Pay attention to that 31. Something's telling me for you guys to pay attention to the 3 and 1. That could be 4. Could be the number for today as well. Today is the 4th. Could be starting today, maybe, or you're taking a risk today. She's at the end of the cliff here, okay? She is ready to jump, to fall, to go to wherever she needs to. She hasn't done it yet. She's right on her toes, right there. Let me get that in focus. See if I can get that. That's better. She's right on her toes there. She's ready to take off, and she's ready to take that risk. This is something that you are going to do. What are you taking a risk in? I don't know. It could be in anything at all, in your health, wealth, or love situation, whatever that may be in your life. But I do see you taking this risk. Virgo, you have the card of differences. So we do see the black and white cat, it reminds me of a yin and yang for whatever reason. It seems like they can be in balance and they can cohabitate, but they do have their differences, and maybe they're putting their differences aside. You see, like the apple and the orange, they're different, but they can be together. So it could be that you are having differences with someone, and maybe it's time to put differences aside and get along with that person in your life. Could be a significant other, could be a friend, could be a co-worker, could even be family member, anyone at all. But there have been differences, or there are going to be differences, and you need to realize that maybe it's time to eventually think about putting them differences aside. And we have Aquarius. Wow, what made me say that? Capricorn. So maybe Capricorn, you're involved with an Aquarius. That's possible. So Capricorn, you have the 2 and 3 being 5. What did I feel like? Okay, 3 and 6, 9. Yeah. Pay attention to the 9, Virgo. Okay, or the 36. And Capricorn, the 23. Pay attention to the 5. Again, that could be in the 24-hour period. I get a lot of 5s today. Time for listening, Capricorn. Listening, okay? It's time to pay attention. All right, it's time to read up on what you read up, what you need to read up on. It says darkness does not always, I believe that says equal to evil. Light does not always bring good. I believe that's what that says. Darkness does not. Someone told me this a while back when I got this card and I couldn't see what it said. And hold on. I believe it says equal. Darkness does not always equal to evil. Light does not always bring good. Meaning that you need to find a fine balance. Okay, that's what I feel as though it means. Okay, you can be a very light person, you can portray that, but that's not who you really are. Okay, you may portray that you are a light person, but you're involved in some type of darkness, or vice versa. You may be in some type of darkness, but you truly are a light person inside. That's what I feel this means. And the listening is telling you to pay attention. Pay attention to who you really are. Pay attention to things that you read. Pay attention and listen. Listen to what you're reading. Listen to yourself. And it could be anything with reading, yes. But this can also portray who you really are. What is it that you're doing in your life? What is it that you need to pay attention to? What is it that you need to perhaps read and listen to yourself speak these words? I'm not sure. I'm not there with you. But this is a very powerful card. So I would definitely take into consideration whatever is going on here. Now, at the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess of Water. The High Priestess, which I always get confused with the Priestess cards. I've told you guys this a million times. I love this deck of cards, but every single Priestess card I have to look up. This card actually talks about change. As the water is always changing and shifting, sometimes the water is flowing a lot, sometimes it's trickling, whatever the case may be. This card represents change. Okay, she does look so real. That's why I love these cards. I mean, she looks 3D to me. Card represents change, and we have to see what type of changes are there coming. Okay, there are changes coming in perhaps Aries, your vision. seeing something more clearly. As I said before, there may have not been something very clear. The clouds were covering the full moon. Now you're seeing clearly. Changes in letting go of something, Leo. It's time. The change is the transformation. There's the change. You've got the butterflies, okay? That's the transformation. Changes with being in denial. Maybe now really understanding more, okay? Changes with this forbidden closed door, all right? That I feel there's something important behind those doors, that the changes are coming, and, you know, either the doors are going to be closed and locked even more, or they're going to eventually open a little bit, you know. Right now, it's forbidden, but the changes are coming. Changes are coming in success with Libra. Something successful, some completion, some type of graduation here of something. There's a congratulations in order. Something successful. I feel as though for a lot of you it has to do with education, or an online course or something to that. Success can come in many different forms. See how it applies to you and for you. Aquarius, you have changes coming in your understanding, where now I said you see more clearly, okay, or you're going to start seeing clearly. Changes coming in your self-worth, finally knowing what your self-worth is, Cancer, finally realizing this. Change is coming with Scorpio for their oath. Whatever the promises that you made, maybe you're finally making it happen. Okay, whatever that promise is. Change is coming to this wall being knocked down. Pisces, excuse me. You know, this changes are starting to happen. Changes are happening, and we're going to take that risk, Taurus. You're finally going to take that leap of faith. Virgo, you have changes with differences. So this difference of opinion that you have with someone, or just, it doesn't only mean opinion, it can be differences, and you know, this person's totally opposite from you. It could be a significant other that's totally opposite from you. There are differences here, but there are changes. So maybe you haven't been getting along, but now you're going to go habitate, and things are happening. Changes are happening. And Capricorn, pay attention with the listening, because there are changes happening here for you. I feel as though this is for you personally. I don't feel as though it's for anyone around you specifically, but it's telling you to start paying attention more to something that's going on with you that you need to listen to. Whatever you need to listen to, changes are finally happening. All right. So that concludes today's 24-hour daily guidance. Please, if you want to receive notification, you must subscribe, all right, and hit that notification bell. I believe you do have to subscribe to get the notifications, if I'm not mistaken. But please like, share, and subscribe in any event. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic day. And I will see you guys soon. I welcome all comments. Whatever you want to leave a comment about would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.